In 1973, 5 years ago to this day, the American Civil Liberties Union, in a case called Doe versus Bolton, won for all women the right to have legal abortions if they so chose.
We are confident that public policy in the state of Minnesota will pass this legislation quickly, and we are setting forth the policy of the state and declaring it that as between normal childbirth and abortion, it is going to be the policy of the state of Minnesota that normal childbirth is to be given preference.
It's been 5 years since the Supreme Court made abortion safe and legal for women in the United States, but abortions today aren't as available as they should be, especially for poor women. Because of certain things the Supreme Court and Congress did over the summer, the Supreme Court said that public hospitals need not allow abortions to be performed on their premises, and Congress cut off funds for poor women who wanted abortions. Since September, the State Department of Welfare here in Minnesota has cut off funds for poor women who want abortions. And things could get even worse if a certain religious minority has its way in the state legislature. There are 2 bills pending before the legislature, one which would officially cut off funds for poor women, and one which would require minor women to get parental consent or a court order before they could have an abortion.
The people of this state are pro-life. The most recent poll on abortion attitudes show that 54% of all Minnesotans and 57% of Minnesota women support the Human Life Amendment to prevent abortion except in the rare instances when the mother's life is in danger. In response to this sentiment, 3 of the state's 4 DFL congressional representatives have supported and authored Human Life Amendments. In addition, the Minnesota polls on abortion funding indicate that a large majority of the state's citizens do not want their tax money spent on abortion services. Clearly, Minnesotans are behind these bills, which in some measure try and restore the protection of human life that was abandoned when the Supreme Court legalized abortion in 1973.